folks, is this how your living room looks when your grandchildren leave at the end of the day? Well, mine does. It looks like an explosion in the Little Tikes factory. Let's get this all cleaned up. I've also got some kitchen work that needs to be done, dirty dishes in the sink, and just wiping down everything because the little fingerprints are everywhere. Come along with me. I don't know how many grandchildren you have, but my husband and I, we have 4, and they are everything to us. When my children were younger, I worked continuously, sometimes 40, sometimes 50, sometimes 60 hours a week. And I didn't get to spend as much time with my children as what I really wanted to. And I remember one time in particular when my girls were young, they wanted to go outside and get in the swimming pool. We had a little swimming pool in the backyard, and I took them and I got them greased up from head to toe with sunscreen, and we were ready to go outside, and then I got called into work, and the look on their little faces was just, it was devastating. They were just so sad that mom had to leave and go to work. And I always said that one of these days, if the good Lord's willing, I would have grandchildren, and I wanted to spend more time with those grandchildren than what I got to spend with my children. I think when my kids were younger, it was always go, 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 go. I was trying to make a living, trying to make sure that I had what the kids needed, and I did work 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and I was on call a lot, and so I felt like I had to put them on the back burner quite often. And so, it's sad that a parent, doesn't get to stay home and spend as much time as what they'd like to. But, we all have to work. That's just, that's life. And so my children, I always told them, one of these days I'm going to have grandchildren, and I can watch them more than I was able to stay home with you guys, so I want to babysit. Well, I do get to babysit the grandchildren quite a bit, and y'all just tell you, I spoilt my children as much as I could, as much as, we didn't have a whole lot when they were younger, but I tried my best to spoil them. But with those grandbabies, we still don't have a whole lot of money, but I enjoy just spending time with them. See, we have everything from sippy cups, dirty dishes, appliances out that have been used earlier in the day, even a frying pan left on the stove. I am going to hit it hard and get this kitchen cleaned up. I considered washing the dishes by hand, but I decided that I would just go ahead and load the dishwasher. That way I could just knock them all out and not have to worry about it. Growing up, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't have a dishwasher. It wasn't until I was probably 30 before we actually had our first dishwasher. And I'm old school. I kind of enjoyed washing by hand until I got a little older. And then I decided if that dishwasher is there, I'm just going to use it. And now I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to do without my dishwasher. I really enjoy it. I don't really like to cook that much. Every now and again I will get on a cooking spree and I'll do several different dishes, but as a general rule, I cook just enough to survive, to get by. My husband, he is a very picky eater, so I don't enjoy cooking much, because if I do cook, he usually won't eat it. He likes just a few beans, taters, corn. He's not very much on spices, and if I cook for myself, the food usually just sits in the refrigerator and ends up being thrown away. So I've gotten to where I just don't cook very much at all. I guess being in my 50s, we eat out more than we cook, and that's sad to say, but it's true. Now the grandchildren, if they say, Cece, I want a cake, I want some cookies, guess what? This Cece is in that kitchen making those grandbabies pretty well whatever they want to eat. The old saying, it's hard to tell the grandbabies no, that is 100% correct. My children, they often say, well, you never would let us get by with half the stuff that you let them get by with. But, they are grandbabies, and so you know. I guess I've just mellowed a little bit in my old age. I was looking out the window as I was washing dishes, and I think I told you in one of the previous videos that my husband and I live on a farm. We have chickens in the backyard. As I look out that window, I can see the chicken run and the hen house. And I just happened to think about my grandchildren. They look for a paw. When he comes home at the end of the day, they look for their paw because they know that it's time to go feed the chickens. They call them bok-boks. And so they are tickled to death to get to go down and feed the chickens. They carry the water, and one carries the water and the other one carries the feed. And the ground going out to the chicken coop is a little bit uneven. Every now and again, our 2-year-old granddaughter, she goes head over heels, but she'll jump right back up and she takes off again. They love the chickens. It's so funny to watch them out there trying to run the chickens down the run. Also, it's worth mentioning that my husband, he has a tractor, a blue tractor, and all three, the baby can't ride on the tractor, but all three of the grandchildren that are big enough, they think that tractor is something else. They love playing outside, and they'll just walk up to the tractor and say, ride. They're ready to ride it all the time. Every now and again, their pa will put them on there, and they think they are doing a fine piece of farming. I am going to go ahead and dust this entryway table. It gets so dusty on the top of it. Now, the two lower shelves, they rarely get any dust on them, but the top of this table, it seems like it collects dust overnight. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it really good with some cleaner and a rag. By the way, I am using my thieves cleaner again. I love my thieves cleaner. It's just 16 ounces of water and about maybe a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of thieves cleaner, a capful. I usually use 2 capfuls, and I put just a drop or 2 of lemon oil, essential oil in it as well. So I use my thieves cleaner, and I'm going to get that taken care of. Here I'm just dusting the fireplace off. I'll be honest, it has been several days since I have gone through and gave the furniture a good dust. And on this table in the corner that we're looking at, it probably at least a half an inch of dust. That's embarrassing to say, but it is. I've just been running in and out and playing with the kids, and so the housework has been put on the back burner. Well, I think that is all for now, folks. I have straightened up the living room, picked up all the toys, I've dusted, I have cleaned the kitchen, washed the dishes, cleaned off the stove, cleaned the countertops, cleaned the kitchen table, and I think I have pretty well gotten it back to the way it was before the week began. I've still got my cleaner and my coffee cup on the counter, but other than that, I think everything is back the way that it is, and it's reset to start the weekend. And come next week, the kids will probably be visiting a few days again, and we're ready for them. They are the light of this grandma's life, and I tell you, having children is a blessing, but having those grandbabies is 1,000 times greater blessing. And I am so thankful and so blessed for them. And if you're a grandparent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We'll see you guys later. If you liked what we had to offer for you today, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, Christy's Cozy Cottage. We'll see you again later.